Oh, y'all thought I forgot. Y'all thought I didn't remember about that Boku no. Boku no. Boku no.
Hero Academia.
Brandino. So Boku no. Now the last couple of chapters that I've been reading, every time I read the chapters, I always say I've been watching, and every time I watch the show, I'm saying I'm reading the chapter. I don't know why that keeps happening. Anyway, also, I don't know if the new anime dropped it yet. Not yet. I'll have to check, but it might be coming soon. So check out that Boku no anime. See if they did it justice. All my justice. But anyway. So, last time I left off, they just finished the basically their exams. Some passed, some didn't, but they all managed to go on the school field trip. And while they're out, of course, Uraka discovering feelings for the kid. Thank God, because he need some of that floating punan in his life. You know what I'm saying? But it would also help his quirk if she was a sidekick. Well, not even a sidekick, but like his like partner in crime. Like it would help because what if there's times where he needs to like not fly in and she could like freeze his like movement for a second to kind of like dodge something and then he could come back in with the full force and All Might punch the crap out of them. But that's just my ship. But anyway, so they're out on the trip and basically they're going to like this, it's kind of like a field trip where they, in Japan they go to field trips to other parts of Japan where they have like, oh, the coolest stuff in Osaka, or oh, the legendary stuff in Nagasaki. Like they're from one area and they go to another side of Japan where they have all of these things there, and then the hotel and the bathhouse and all that other stuff, so they could have some fun and relax from school. Cause, just saying, I hear sometimes when you hear like how Asian countries work, you would think like, yo, we do not work that hard. But then there's other countries that work way less hard than we do in America. So it's like, world economy. But anyway, so while they're on this field trip, somebody brings up, or not even somebody brings up, Araka can't hold her feelings in, so she runs away from Meteora, and in the midst of all of this, Meteora is by himself. And old Tomaru, hand face, he comes up out of nowhere and basically interrogates the shit out of Meteora. All fingers around the neck except for one, and he's basically saying like, oh, if I let this last little finger come down, your whole body will disintegrate. Now you're gonna tell me what I want to know. And Meteor is just there, like, And of course he spills some of the beans, which I don't remember exactly the full course of the conversation, but no, it was about Tomaru being pissed that the hero killer is getting so much shine off of his defeat than Tomaru and his crew ever did all of their victories. Because they had those beasts that came in and messed up the city. They started some chaos. But nobody cares about that. They care about the fact that the hero killer said, I'm not here to be a villain. I'm here to tell all of you heroes out there that are basically, you don't need to have this job because you are crap at it and you are the worst example of what a hero needs to be. I'm here to take you out. And if anybody decides to step up to me, I won't die, because the only person that's supposed to kill me is All Might with the power of all for one. Or was it one for all? I get them confused. I think it's one for all, because it was such a weird, when they did the switching of the powers, after that I just completely got confused of which power is Meteora's and which powers is like the evil characters. But as it goes, he's pretty pissed about that, and he's wondering why is it that this guy is getting so much press off of him just being, defecting from the villain squad and talking about blah 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 blah. He didn't understand, and Meteora's like, well, like a hero, like All Might, and like some other people, we have something we want to strive for, a goal and morals and like a code to live by. And even though he's technically a villain or an anti-hero, whatever you may want to call it, he had a code that went above all else. So even if it looked like he was doing something horrible, he still didn't do the worst of the worst because of his code. And that's why he's in the press. And then the Tomoro's like, all because of a code? Really? And he's like freaking out because he doesn't understand that villains per se aren't supposed to have a code. They just create chaos because they want to. That's what a villain is supposed to do. Villains don't have codes. They don't have a conduct, a list set of things that they follow by. It's just, if it's evil, I'm doing it. And that's what Tomori didn't understand. And that's why the hero killer got so much more shine, because somebody with a code, he can be the worst, but his code redeems him. So it's like he's pissed about that. Araka, of course, comes back to save her boo, and that whole thing wraps up. So now, Aizawa Sensei, he's in there telling the class, like, well, change of plans again. The old Toei way. Wait, that's a animation company. Lie? What's the name of this school? Hue? I don't remember the name of this school, but basically the school's MO, when you get one thing, they flip it around to something else because they don't even have control over where the students go, because they need to produce heroes, possibly immediately, as to why they're always jumping all over the place, because they really need heroes to be there. Like, there's not enough there to protect enough people, so they're like, we got to start getting these kids up and running, because at the rate that it's looking, heroes are starting to die out. So now we're going to this training camp out in the woods. Old Assassination Classroom style. Mountain training spot where they're going to train their life away until they come out with skills that only you can do in the mountains. Like every kung fu movie that's ever been around. But anyway, so they're in the mountains, and of course they start to train with these cat girls, which is like ridiculous. But they have like a couple hours to get to the place, which is way too difficult. And the Shining Four, the new craziest, the people that they automatically know, these are gonna be the S rank heroes when they get out of high school. These are gonna be the top of the tops for now, because anybody could change their MO at any given time. Don't sit here and think that somebody who's an all-star track runner won't get beat by that kid that over there that looks like he can't run for shit. Let them know that anybody could be S rank. But these guys right now are looking like the tops. Meteora, Aida, Todoroki, and Bakugo's bitch ass. I don't like that he's one of the top four, but they need that Wolverine, Raphael, Gruff and Grumble part of the squad to kind of keep all of those super good goods balanced, or to keep their moral code in check, because his will fall out of range or something. But so they're jumping into action and figuring out the traps and stuff that goes on at this training camp. Before they even get there, they're already figuring it out, and they're like, yo, these seem like the four that are really gonna make it. So training's going around. They're practicing their skills, and then you find out that there's more cat people, which is this big hulking. I don't know if that's a woman or a dude, because in the one play it looked like a dude, but then in another panel, the person was wearing a skirt. So I was like, is that a woman? So, but the rest of them are all cat girls, so they're all like in their little giant fur paw thing and jumping around ridiculous. But they're training their skills and they're trying to get their quirks enhanced. Because as the first tester, they were like, well, Bakugo, you were the one that showed the most prowess at the beginning. Your velocity of your throw was 705 point something kilometers of whatever, blah, 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 because they do their math in a different scale. So it was like, let's see what you do today. And it was like, go to hell. Blasted out there. What was my score? It was 709. You increased by like 3 points. And he's like, what? Like, okay, so Bakugo, you have improved in personality and basically, emotional, but, your strength didn't improve. So now we're going to work on your strength. So basically this is about getting their quirks up to the next level by pushing their quirks to their absolute limit. The Naruto way. Believe it. Anyway, so after this is all happening, it can never rest. How do the villains always find these guys? And why are they coming after the kids? Like, why? All of the kids are gone now, so why aren't you going to UA? That's what it was, UA. Why aren't you going to UA and taking out the heroes while they're like dormant because they're not fully paying attention because all the kids aren't around? So they're a little less on edge. Like, why aren't you going there now? But then again, all of the kids are gone, so probably all the adults are on edge even more so that they can actually fight for real instead of, having to worry about protecting the kids. So that's probably why they didn't go there. But these guys are coming out in the woods and they're doing this little game, scare tactic thing. Who's gonna make it out of the woods? And I'm sad because Araka's out there and Frog Girl. They're all out there about to get killed because they got these enemies coming in like out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, so as soon as somebody screams, which I'm hoping it's gonna be that Araka, oh no, and then Meteora comes in with the All Might. Baby, I got you. Like, nah, but if anything, Meteora is going to be going to find that kid, which I didn't mention him before because I just didn't. But alongside with these cat girls, there's this one little kid who I guess lost his parents. Basically, Sasuke in it right now. But because he lost his parents not because how Sasuke got killed by his brother, but he lost his parents because his parents were heroes, like Naruto. So he lost his parents because they were heroes, but then he's mad at them because they gave their lives and he was still like 5, so he didn't have the cognitive ability to be able to understand the situation. He just saw they died and everybody's all cheering because they're dead and nobody's actually sad like I am, so fuck a hero. Excuse my language. But literally this little kid is coming out the side of his face, which if I ever heard my nephew, he getting slapped 2 times immediately. But this little kid is out here just mad because, he doesn't like the idea of a hero. And this is basically going to be like another hero killer out here, turning to the, not essentially the dark side, but his own path because he doesn't like how heroes are going to be. Unless Meteora's got that magical Detroit smash conversation to turn him around and, make him into a hero lover again. But I don't know, because now they ended the chapter where the little kid's sitting at his secret hideout and some little cloaked figure stepping up, and I'm like, no, not the kid, not the kid! So, that's all for the review. Hope you like it. Comment down below, subscribe all over here, and don't let the fact that even though the UA students are under attack by villains that they didn't even understand, get you down. Because the dawn will rise when the Elite Four come in on a new day. The thing would be to subscribe. So the last Boku no is probably in the catch-up. I mean, I don't know if you want to see the one from way back, but, it's kind of irrelevant now. Unless you didn't read and you want to watch that one, too. You could just go into my page and scroll down, because I'm probably not going to link it. But, catch-up's up here. couple other videos like the One Piece Burning Blood video. Pick your teams. Pick your teams. If you want to see who's going to win, we're going to start streaming them when the game comes out. And we're going to see whose team is the best. Audio dope up top. Check out them dope plays, them dope watch, them dope trailers. Get doped up in your life. Omega Legend also sometimes on Audio Dope's channel and sometimes on Medium Level with Nelson. Check these guys out. Medium Level on the stomach, of course. And do what it do, baby.
Detroit Smash!